Auntie, what are you doing here? Are you okay?
Anna, something terrible has happened.
You didn't do anything you're not supposed to, did you? You didn't make Hodden halal.
No, I didn't make her halal. I buried her.
Buried her.
Oh, Anna, burying her would have been better. Hodden is injured.
Calm down. Can you just tell me what's going on?
It was the first thing we did as soon as we got back home. This old lady, she came highly recommended to us by everybody. And she'd conducted female circumcision on hundreds of girls. I knew she did the procedure painfully, but I still took Hodden to her. As soon as she started the procedure, I do remember saying to her, "Why aren't you using any anaesthetic?" And she told me, "I don't use anaesthetic on any of the girls I circumcise." There were 4 women. Yeah, I remember. One was there, one was here, and one was holding down the left arm, the right arm, one leg, holding Hodden down. And as soon as that blade slit Hodden, she started to scream, Anna, but it wasn't any ordinary scream. It was a kind of scream that pierces the sky, you know, and wakes the dead. Anna, it pierced my soul. And one of the women who was holding her down, she said, "What are these terror screams coming from this child?" And then there wasn't another sound from Hodden. And I looked at her. And you know, I noticed that she was covered in sweat, even though we were sitting in a cool place. And I looked at her eyes and they were full of tears and 1,000 accusations, and I couldn't hold her gaze. And I was crying. And she reached out and she touched my cheek. And then her arm, it fell to the side. And I remember screaming at the old lady, "Stop, stop, my daughter is dead!" And she said to me, "I'm fast, I have already finished the procedure." So I relaxed a bit. This is my situation now. They told me, "Don't take her back to England in this condition. You will be in trouble. You will cause attention to yourself."
But, Auntie, don't you know what you've done is a criminal act in this country? You will be prosecuted.
Anna, I'm willing to take full responsibility for this crime I have committed against my daughter.
Why on earth would you want to circumcise Hodden? It's such a horrible thing to do to your daughter.
Anna, all I wanted to do was make her better than other girls her own age, in terms of her culture and her religions, but now I have disabled my daughter. Why didn't God kill me?
So now Hodden can't speak or hear because of brutal FGM. I mean, Auntie, that is homicide. An arrest warrant will be issued against you.
Dana, what's all this shouting? Are you proclaiming that Auntie's arrested?
Ali, Hodden's injured.
Hodden? Injured?
Yes.
What do you mean injured?
Because of FGM, she can't speak or hear.
Who did this to her?
Auntie Milgo did that to her. She took her off to do FGM. She brought her back here disabled. And that is why I'm saying she's got to go to jail for what she's done.
Uncle Annie should also go to jail. Because he's also a culprit. Auntie, you've committed a crime. A serious crime. Do you understand?
Yes! You know I love Hodden. You know I would never do anything to hurt her. They told me, "Don't take her back. Don't take her back to Europe in this condition. You will draw attention to yourself. You'll be arrested." But I want to take full responsibility for this crime I have committed.
sorry. I know you weren't trying to hurt Hodden or cause her any pain.
Milgo. Milgo. Are you telling Ali and Enab too? Are you gonna tell the neighbors too?
Uncle! You're a criminal. It's clear you've committed a criminal act. You've damaged your daughter and now you want to hide it? You're the first person who should go to jail.
Listen to me, young man. Let's find a house doctor so that we can treat the girl at home. We can pay privately. Otherwise, myself and your foolish auntie will be in very big trouble. Especially this foolish woman. She was wrong to bring her back here in the first place.
It's not possible for you to treat her here in secret.
Then take her to one of the Arab countries. Get the girl a ticket and take her. Get her a ticket to the UAE. Your husband should be enough to pay for the cost. Ask to collect earlier so that we can take the girl abroad. To get a girl a ticket to the UAE.
No! No, she'll not go to UAE or any other Arab country. Or she stays here. Here in the UK or Germany.
Migo! You'll be imprisoned! You'll be dealt with swiftly! Not only that, it will be splashed all over the papers that our community is primitive. And then we'll be laughed and mocked at. And I, Aline, will not stand for that.
Uncle, we are discussing somebody's life. And we are trying to salvage the damage that has been done to them. And you're more concerned about the image of the community. I mean, so what if they say that we are primitive and wild? Is it a lie? It's not. We have to face the truth. Until we can face the truth and accept what we are not going to be a successful community. I mean, what do you want? For it to be said that we're smart? We're educated and we're worldly people. That we're the smartest people in the world, eh? I cannot handle secrets, lies, and pretending. I mean, that is how you brought us up. And that is why we are behind the rest of the world.
No time for debate. Let's make a decision.
There is no other decision. She stays here in the UK!
Auntie, I can understand your feelings, but... Auntie...
Look, what can you do with this crazy woman that wants to hand herself in? I swear to God, if this issue becomes public and makes it in the newspapers, forget all of us in the UK. All of us in the whole of Europe will not be able to stay and live here because of the resulting shame, bad publicity and poor public image. And you agreed with the women that Hodden should be taken to hospital and that they are arrested while the rest of us have to suffer the humiliation and the consequence of the bad press, huh?
Why didn't you put a stop to this before Hodden got injured?
What was I supposed to do?
Something!
The woman does not ask me anything about aspect of family matters. She makes all the decisions on her own. Let's see what she gets from it. It is clear to me that those decisions made by women only lead to problems and ill-fated consequences. Many girls have been circumcised before with no problem. I wonder what God-forsaken place she took her to sustain those horrific injuries.
Auntie Milgo is right. We need to think about the best way to save Hodden. Everything else is minor.
Is the image of our community a minor issue to you? This issue affects all of us, tarnishes our community, and that is a minor issue to you? You have no pride. You will all raise as refugees with no sense of self-worth or awareness of our position in this community.
The news and other people are only pointing out the obvious. They're only telling the truth. That we butcher our girls and cut them up with knives mercilessly. Are they going to write something other than that? So while you're trying to run away from bad publicity and image generated, why don't you do something about this bad practice that takes place in the community? See, I don't understand you. You want to address the consequence of the problem, but not address the bad practice. How is that possible? Don't you know people outside our community will see the marks and problems we cause our girls on a daily basis? Now, every time one of our girls goes and sees the doctors, they'll be asked a question they can't answer because you've convinced them they should hide their problems to protect community image. Uncle, we've been peddling these lies for too long. It doesn't work anymore. It's time we face bitter reality. Or as Zainab would say, face the facts. No more lies that FGM's harm us. We're fed up of you guys. I feel ashamed of you. Oh yeah. And another thing. Don't you feel bad about the enormous problems that Holden is confronted with now?
Am I mad or someone is singing in Yemen?
Ali, I swear I could not take this anymore. I mean, Holden is in a serious condition.
I know. It's terrible FGM is taking its toll. Poor girl can't speak or hear. All because of a religious ritual.
Well, I personally do not think that religion approves of such an ugly practice. I mean, don't tell me religion actually approves of FGM.
It's a religious ritual.
But if it is rooted in religion, then why don't the other Muslim communities practice it? They don't, so something has got to be wrong with ours.
Yeah, right. Other Muslims don't practice this. Maybe it's just confined to our community. Uncle, is FGM a religious...
Both religious practice and cultural practice. It is a tradition that we have followed for generations. It is only now when we come to the UK or Europe that people start to look down on the practice and talk negatively about the practice. It is like all the rumors that people kept mentioning actually become true. Now, every time the procedure is carried out, the wounds get infected and the girls nearly dies as a result.
Well, if it's a religious practice, I'm not going to say anything. But if it's cultural, I think it's totally unacceptable. We have a lot of cultural practices rooted into our unjust habits, such as tribalism, looting the camels, discriminating clans. See, I think FGM is in one of these bad categories, one of these bad cultural practices. It has to be eliminated. Maybe it is religious.
Yeah, but just maybe is not going to convince me.
Enough. If FGM is our religion, if FGM is part of our religion, should we leave our religion behind and follow the non-Muslims? Answer, huh?
No.
No. We must preserve our religion and our culture.
Okay, I don't know the religion very well, but I don't think it approves of FGM which harms girls. I mean, Uncle, who told you that religion approves of FGM? And where did you read it? Because it just doesn't make any sense.
Anna, religion is not based on logic. It was revealed to us. And our people must accept it like it is. It's a total package deal. So don't talk about logic and stuff, okay?
Well, we need to talk to a sheikh and ask him about religion and FGM.
It's a good idea, Nip. I know a sheikh.
Well, who is it? Is it the Imam of the mosque?
No, ain't that. We need a sheikh of importance. Someone that knows the Quran and Hadith very well. What about Sheikh Hassan? Smart, educated, well-versed in Islamic affairs. Can give us all the answers we want.
Okay, let's ask him.
Alright, let's do it.
Children, children, children. There is nothing wrong with FGM. It has existed forever. It is our religion and our culture. Listen, this is what the problem is. Listen very carefully. This world was ruled by men. The men used to make the decisions. Where are the men now? Have you seen one man that makes a decision in his home? Men are nothing now. Women are now flexing their muscles, ruling the world. Therefore, there will be no religion, no culture, no tradition until this issue has been resolved. And men are reinstated back into their position and women become obedient. So don't bother yourself with, uncle, is FGM religion? Uncle, is FGM tradition? Uncle, is FGM da-da-da? Uncle, da-da-da. Why don't you occupy yourself with something more beneficial? Instead of wasting your time with this.
Look, he's running away.
Forget him. Let's just find the sheikh.
Auntie Milgo's been questioned by the police.
I know. They're looking for Uncle Alan as well. They want to find him and find out how much of the plan he knew and what role he played in the attempted murder of Hodden.
What? Attempted murder?
Yeah.
Hina, this is one of the worst kinds. This is homicide.
What is homicide? Huh? What is homicide? You call FGM gone wrong homicide? Homicide is what we witnessed in Rwanda and Yugoslavia. And now, you call FGM gone wrong homicide?
Uncle, I think you're confusing homicide with genocide. What happened in Rwanda and Yugoslavia was genocide. But this, which you have inflicted on Hodden, is homicide. Do you understand? It's the crime of killing someone.
Firstly, do not include me and say what you have done to Hodden. Your auntie did it, whether it's homicide or genocide, okay?
How do you figure you're not partly responsible for this? Are you not the man of this house? I swear, between you and Auntie Milgo, you should be arrested first. I mean, I even hear the police are looking for you.
The police? The police and the Leah! What are you doing?
Uncle, we didn't tell the police, but anyone can see that you are the man of this house. People, police, and government.
I have no responsibility. The woman forcefully took the decision-making role. If I say so much as one word, you throw me out of my stuff in a bin bag. Does anyone listen to me? Does anyone listen to my opinion? You even pretend like I don't exist half of the time. The police. What do they want? They know my situation.
Uncle, you cannot make excuses and deny this problem. God made you a man.
Oh.
Figure out how you're going to sort all of this out.
Listen to me. If I, Aline, get arrested, it'll be because of a woman's decision. You understand?
Hey, come on, don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay.
tell me the truth. How is Hodden?
Her condition's critical. The doctor says she... Sheikh Hassan, glad you're here. We need you to help us with this situation.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, and His Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. First of all, I'm saddened to hear about Hodden. I'm here to talk to you about FGM. Female circumcision is based on a weak narration. It is a weak hadith, which means it can be ignored altogether. Islam is opposed to everything that harms the person, their mind, their body, and psychological well-being. This including FGM. Therefore, it's unlawful and is forbidden. This harmful practice of female circumcision and must stop. Everything that harms a person is not allowed. FGM is not supported by our faith.
I don't believe it.
FGM is based on a weak narration.
I mean, Ali, this changes everything. Auntie, did you just come back from the hospital?
Yes. She's not well.
Can they save her?
If she survives, she will not live a normal life. She'll be disabled.
Well, we spoke to the Sheikh. He told us that FGM is unlawful and it's not supported by religion, so it doesn't have to be followed.
It's based on a weak hadith.
Weak hadith. Hodden went through FGM because of a weak hadith. Hodden went through FGM because of a weak hadith. No! Mothers, do not lose your child as I have lost mine. Stop FGM.
We have no one to blame but ourselves. We cannot change where we come from, but we can change where we are going, especially if it means saving our girls from FGM.
This is the 21st century. We need to open our eyes and think. Where we are now in society, these traditions have to be stopped to save this generation and the next from FGM. There's no turning back.
Are we crazy, or have we just lost our minds? Have we no shame? We who are educated and claim to be modern have been yet led to believe that this cultural and traditional practice, which is harmful and is responsible for taking the lives of our girls, is based on religion. This is something which cannot be tolerated any longer. It stops here.